This is an example of ordinary simple interest. The problem. Sean borrowed 86,000 pesos on November 17, 2021 with an interest rate of 16.2% per year. This is to be repaid on June 5, year 2022. How much will the interest be at the repayment date using the following time factors? Letter A, ordinary interest with actual time. This is what we call the banker's rule. And letter B, ordinary interest with approximate time. Let's start with letter A. We list the given. The principal amount is 86,000. The rate is 16.2%. In decimal, that would be 0.162. And the time expressed in year is actual time over 360. We have to compute the actual time from November 17, 2021 to June 5, 2022. That means we count the number of days from November 17, 2021 up to June 5th, 2022. To do that, we have to list down all the months covered in these dates. So that's from November 2021 up to June 2022. But since we started with November 17, we simply subtract the total number of days from November. So that would be 13. So in the month of November 2021, we have a total of 13 days. December 2021 is 31 days. January 2022 is 31 days. On the month of Feb, we have 28 days. March is 31 days. April is 30 days. May is 30 days. And on June 2022, we only have 5 days because we end up on June 5th. The actual time or the total number of days for these months would be equal to 200 days. So that the time expressed in years would now be equal to 200 over 360. Now we are ready to compute for the interest. So for the solution, the first step is to write down the formula. I is equal to simple interest. P is the principal amount. R is for the rate. And T for time, expressed in years. And substitute the variables. We have 86,000 multiplied to 0.162 multiplied to the fraction 200 over 360. With the use of a calculator, we can compute that by pressing these values. So we have 86,000 multiplied to the decimal 0.162 multiplied to the fraction 200 over 360. Press enter and we have a value of 7,740. So the interest using the banker's rule would be 7,740. Now let's compare this with letter B, ordinary interest with approximate time. The same procedure, we start with a given, listed as 86,000 for the principal amount. The rate would be 0.162 in decimal, and the time expressed in year would be approximate time over 360. We need to compute for the approximate time. We list the dates in this manner. We have the year, month, and the days. We start with the latest date. That would be June 5th, 2022. Subtract now the date when Sean borrowed the principal amount. That is November 17, 2021. We start with the day. That is 5 minus 17. Since this will yield a negative value, we need to borrow 1 month, which is equivalent to 30 days, and add it to the days. So this will become 35 days. That's 5 plus 30. And this would become 5 months. That's 6 minus 1. There you go. And subtracting the days 35 minus 17, we have a value of 18 days. And we proceed to the month. That's 5 minus 11. Since this will yield a negative value, we have to borrow 12 months or 1 year from the year. So from 5 months, this will be plus 12, and this will be 17, and the year will be subtracted with 1. There you go. So we have 17 minus 11 is equal to 6, Months 2021 minus 2021 is equal to 0. We now multiply the year by 360 days and the month by 30 days. So for the year, 0 times 360 is 0. For the month, 6 times 30 days is 180 days. And 18 is already in days, so we just have to bring this down. So we have 0, 180 days, and 18. Get the sum of these values, and we end up with 198 days. So that approximate time is 198, and the time expressed in years would now be 198 over 360. We now compute for the interest. We have the solution. Interest is equal to the product of the principal amount, the rate, and the time. So if we substitute the variables, we end up with 86,000 times 0.162 times 198 over 360. And using the calculator, that would be 86000 multiplied to 0.162 multiplied to fraction, which is 198 over 360 days. Press enter, and we have a value of 7662.60. That's 7,662.6. If we compare the banker's rule and the ordinary interest with approximate time, these are the result. Using banker's rule or ordinary interest with actual time, it actually gives you a higher interest than the ordinary interest with approximate time. So that's all for ordinary simple interest. Thank you for watching.